And it is now 9 minutes to 8 o'clock local time, and it's time for us to look at the dailies and review what we have on the newspapers on this Saturday, the 28th of January 2017. Joining me to do that is a policy expert, also an advocate of the High Court, and that is William Okech. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you for coming this early on a Saturday.
Yeah, thanks for having me too.
All right.
Yeah.
So we'll just review some of the stories in the dailies, and of course we'll start off with the Standard, where we have the headline as KDF bloody battle, and yet another attack in Somalia on some bases which are being manned by KDF, amongst others. And well, another very sad state of affairs where we have conflicting figures for starters. According to the figures given by the government, it's nine Kenyans who may have been killed, but there are others who are saying there's 50.
Oh, yes. As it happens, not only in Kenya, but the world over, in terms of military strategy and practice, intelligence is very key. And it's normally very difficult, especially where you are confronted with such battleground events and attack. It's normally very hard to know the concise number of victims or who have been injured, how many have perished. But ultimately, the most important thing is for Kenyans to really do a rain check, and for us to ask ourselves, have the goals, the initial goals of Operation Linda Inchi been met? And also our heartfelt prayers to those whose brothers, fathers, you know, are in Somalia. And as the information came out, the battle was still going on as of late last night. It is very difficult, and unless now individual family members will be able to know.
What exactly has gone on.
What exactly.
The other thing is that when we look at this, it's not just an isolated case. We have Elade that happened not too long ago. I think it's just over a year since the Elade incident happened, and to this day we still do not have clear details of how many soldiers we lost. I remember looking at a story, I think it was not too long ago, where there was a mother who was saying that she does not know where her son is, and this is over a year. So of course, I think this is a conversation that needs to be had as to whether we have overstayed our welcome in Somalia. Are we being effective being there? And are we risking our sons, our brothers, our fathers by staying longer in Somalia? Yeah,
quite right. When you look at the history of occupying forces, we had the United States Army in Iraq. Normally, such an operation has initially noble objectives. Like in our case, Operation Linda Inchi was to go and dismantle the terrorist cells that was within Somalia at that time. And that seemed to have worked initially. But then when you find that you go into this foreign country, you occupy it, you overstay, then you are bound now to be confronted with issues. You get mired in the local politics. You now have to ask yourself, is it worth it in terms of human lives, in terms of the cost, financial cost, and the burden to the economy right now? And really, I think it is high time the Kenyan government had an honest discussion on this.
All right, and this